The following program is brought to you by The Bot Shop, the art of creativity.
Tonight on The Local Live, State Senator Mayor stops by with updates on the New York budget. Mamaroneck schools adopt a budget under the tax cap. Looking for a wedding dress? Svetlana Bridal Couture is in the spotlight. And on tonight's roundtable, Cerebral Palsy of Westchester increases awareness and explains its mission. Good evening. It's Thursday, April 11th. I'm Sebastian Hall, and welcome to The Local Live. Last week, Larchmont Mayor Lorraine Walsh gave her State of the Village address. Highlights include the completion of the first phase of the parking study and the success of the year-old composting program with the town of Mamaroneck. 600 households are now participants. Walsh also addressed concerns with the many vacancies downtown, including the recent closing of a popular deli by the train station and the closing of the Voracious Reader, a 12-year-old business.
Of course, a major focus of the board has and continues to be the vitality of Larchmont's downtown. Many people aren't aware that there are over 215 storefront businesses in Larchmont. In 2016, the vacancy rate was about 12%. It is now around 6%. This past year, we've had 7 ribbon cuttings for both new and expanding businesses, and there are an additional 5 anticipated openings coming in the next few months. This shows that businesses are eager to come to Larchmont, and they are succeeding here. There is certainly work still to be done, with a few highly visible and long-term vacancies in the Palmer-Chatsworth area. Additional outreach efforts to work with landlords will be undertaken. It should also be said that some properties are in very derelict condition and have not had any capital investment for decades. One such property is the row of shops on Chatsworth, including the former Food Basket. We are happy to announce that property has been purchased, and we anticipate the presentation of plans to completely rehabilitate the location soon.
On Tuesday night, the Mamaroneck School Board adopted the superintendent's proposed budget for 2019-2020. The budget is set at over $139 million, a 0.7% increase over last year. There is a 0.9% increase in the tax levy, which is less than allowed by the state tax cap. The budget calls for hiring a total of 11 staff to meet the district-wide enrollment increase, including a school psychologist, a bilingual social worker, and special education teachers. A public hearing on the 2019-2020 budget will be held on May 7th, and the community vote will be held on May 21st. State Senator Shelley Mayer stopped by The Local Live to give us a look at how the New York State budget impacts Westchester.
The next thing that was a hot topic, particularly here in Westchester County municipalities, was the potential axing of the aid and incentives for municipalities funding, which was about $60 million statewide.
Right.
So that looked like it was going to be axed, and then it was reinstated.
We restored it. So that was money that the state contributes to most towns and villages. We're taking cities out, they weren't cut, towns and villages. And many of them are very dependent, even if it's a modest amount from the state, particularly if they're trying to stay under the tax cap. So I was very opposed to the effort to reduce or eliminate it. In the end, through the internet sales tax, which is now applicable basically to all internet purchases, the state is going to pay the towns and villages the amount they're owed. So the way of paying the money will be different, but the amount will be the same. I happen to think we should pay more towards our towns and villages for their services, whether it's transit or DPW or police and fire.
They can pretty much use it however they'd like,
They can use it however they like, but they are already very tightly limited because they're trying to stay under the tax cap. So this is very important, and I was glad we were able to restore it. And most of the mayors and supervisors, really, this was their top priority.
Speaking of sales taxes, I believe it was Tuesday that the state legislature, the Senate and Assembly, had approved a bill that you supported.
Right.
That was increasing the sales tax cap in Westchester County by 1%, pretty much
Right.
putting us in par with
Many surrounding counties, and still less than the city of New York. And it would not have included the 4 largest cities in Westchester, which already pay a larger share of sales tax.
What would you say to people who feel it may be a regressive step, especially us living in the highest taxed county in the States?
Well, I think there's 2 things. One, the point of this, the county executive promised that if this goes through, he will not increase, 0 increase of the county's property tax for the next 2 years. So that is a huge thing and more important to most people than sales tax. I bet you don't know what the sales tax is here, because I don't know in the various municipalities. We're not picking where we shop generally by sales tax. The second thing is the cities with the largest proportion of low-income people, which is Yonkers, White Plains, New Rochelle, and Peekskill, already have a higher sales tax. So this is bringing the rest of the county up to that. So yes, a sales tax is generally regressive, but this is a very modest increase that would really make it on par with our surrounding counties and would allow the county to really make it through a terrible situation they've been left by the prior county executive who didn't raise any county taxes for 7 years, which is unprecedented. And really, our county needs to operate, whether it's a jail, the hospital, all the things that a county does.
If you have any more lingering questions or concerns for Senator Shelley Mayer, she will be back on the Local Live on May 9th.
Yes, I look forward to it.
Thank you.
On Wednesday, the Westchester County Executive and Health Commissioner announced there are 8 confirmed cases of measles in the county. All are children aged 14 and below, and including 6 siblings. They are from around the Bedford and Mount Kisco areas and are not enrolled in public schools or programs. It is believed the children were exposed attending events in Brooklyn and Rockland County, where they are now up to 180 cases.
And at this time, we are actively reaching out to work with the communities that have been impacted by these cases. The good news is that measles is preventable. There is a highly effective vaccine that works, and it's been used time and time again to stop outbreaks. And the health department is able to provide the MMR vaccine to anyone who needs it free of charge. I really can't stress enough that vaccination is the key to stopping any measles outbreak. When people choose not to be vaccinated, measles return and outbreaks occur. There are also vulnerable populations that are unable to receive vaccine through no fault of their own, and they rely on herd immunity that routine vaccination provides to the population at large. This includes babies that are less than 1 year of age, and those who have certain immunocompromising conditions that put them at risk for contracting measles when vaccination rates in the general public dip.
Also, a New York City resident with measles visited 2 shops at Woodbury Common in Central Valley, New York on March 31st. Westchester County Health Department is offering free measles vaccines. Please visit the website on your screen now to reserve a spot. And on tonight's roundtable, learn about cerebral palsy in Westchester.
Hello, I am Stephanie Yang, and welcome to the Roundtable. Tonight I'm with Stephanie Russo, Associate Executive Director of Cerebral Palsy of Westchester.
Hi.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. I have Tia Levinson here, Development and PR Coordinator of the organization, and Nicholas. Hi, and Nicholas Wheeler, a CPW participant. How are you guys?
Good.
Great. Thank you guys so much for coming here and being part of this.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
So we'll just get started. Can you guys explain to the viewers what cerebral palsy is?
Sure. Well, Cerebral Palsy of Westchester is a nonprofit, and we provide services to individuals with cerebral palsy and all developmental disabilities, including autism and other intellectual disabilities.
That's a really great program you guys are having. If you guys could, Tia, if you can explain a little bit about the mission of cerebral palsy.
Absolutely. Our mission is basically to advance the independence, productivity and full citizenship of people with developmental disabilities. It's always been our purpose to help people realize their goals, build brighter futures, and lead more independent lives as members of their communities. On any given day, we have about 300 staff members that service over 1,000 individuals from the surrounding areas. We have a main campus in Rybrook that houses a large adult day program, as well as preschool in White Plains. I'm sorry, but back to the campus in Rybrook. We also have a K through 12 school and all of our administrative offices. We have an adult program in Wallingford, Connecticut, and we have 8 residencies scattered throughout Westchester that are run like group homes. Some are very small and some are a little bit larger.
It seems like you guys are really, around the Westchester area and beyond, which is really great. Would you guys be able to kind of name how many people are involved with cerebral palsy in your organization?
Sure. As Tia had mentioned, we have almost 400 staff, and they work throughout our various programs. We're very proud of them because without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do for the students and individuals that we have attend our programs.
That's amazing. And you guys, what kind of other programs do you guys have included?
So Nick is going to talk a little bit about our residential program, and I can talk a little bit about our preschool, which is located in White Plains, and we provide service to children 2.9 years of age to 5 years old. It's actually an integrated program for children with disabilities and without disabilities. So it's really nice to see that.
That's amazing. And how long have you guys been part of Cerebral Palsy of Westchester?
I just celebrated my 15th year with Cerebral Palsy.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Amazing. And you're recently on board?
I'm recently on board. I'm 3/4 of a year. I'm pushing my first year.
Well, that's awesome, and I'm sure they're really happy to have you, and I'm sure you're a great asset to the
And Nicholas has been around for how many years?
Yeah, I've been a part of CPW for about seven years.
And how do you like being part of the program?
I love it. I love it. I love the people and the help and everything.
What would you say your favorite part of being in the program is?
Just being like more independent. So yeah, I like that.
I'm sure everyone loves to have you around in the program.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You seem like the favorite.
yeah. I'm very well liked and stuff like that.
And Nick is involved in a lot of different programs. I know I mentioned the residential program, but also our day program. Mm-hmm. And within our day program, we have a lot of special, unique services, such as our radio station and our vocational services program, which does a lot of community outreach and volunteering.
Okay. Well, I'll ask Nicholas about that when we come back from these commercials. It's so great. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC TV has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces,
contact us at reserve@lmctv.org.
If you open it up, it will never go back. If you
Welcome back. Again, I'm here with Stephanie T and Nicholas from Cerebral Palsy of Westchester. So you guys said you have a bunch of other amazing programs you guys would like to talk about. So what are they?
We have a school program on our campus in Rybrook. It's actually called the Bridge School, and it provides service to children from 5 to 21 years of age. And we get children in that program from all districts in Westchester as well as New York City. And we have a lot of programs within the school that we're able to provide and service the children in need. So we're really proud of that. And some of the programs is we actually have an adaptive Boy Scout and Girl Scout troop, one of the first in Westchester, so we're very happy about that. And we also do a lot of community outreach within the school and volunteering and transition services for the children.
That's amazing. And can you guys kind of tell the viewers at home kind of what cerebral palsy is and explain it a little bit?
Sure. Cerebral palsy is actually a brain injury, so at birth or prior to birth. And due to that, it really results in different outcomes on the person. So it could be, a speech delay, a physical impairment, and so forth. And there's different degrees of severity.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you guys have a program like this in Westchester, filled with amazing programs that you guys mentioned before that Nicholas is a part of. Nicholas, so you have a nickname at Cerebral Palsy of Westchester. What is it?
It's Nick the Quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why are you called that?
Because I'm very good at driving my wheelchair and I'm quick. So that's how I came up with that name.
That's awesome. You're too fast for the other members at Cerebral Palsy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite sports team?
Yeah. In baseball, I like the Yankees, and football, I like the Jets.
Okay. I see you're sporting a Jets hoodie, so that's really cool. And you're also part of a bunch of programs, but you host your own radio show, or you're part of a radio show at Cerebral Palsy. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So what I do is I introduce the show, and I also do the sports, which I really enjoy doing, and we also do news and the weather and stuff like that.
What would you say your favorite part is? Do you like doing the news, the weather, sports?
I like doing the sports, yeah, because that's what I'm, good at, and explaining and stuff like that.
And if you had to choose between baseball or football, which one would you choose?
As far as being my favorite, or?
Yeah, as your favorite.
Baseball.
Baseball? Well, baseball season's coming up, so are you excited?
Yeah, well, it's actually going on right now, so. Yeah.
Well, you know way more than me, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when we come back, we can talk a little bit more about your upcoming events and stuff. So we'll be back after these messages. Thank you.
LMC TV Media Center is the spot for your next party. Lights, camera, liftoff. The possibilities are endless. Space adventures, video gaming, whatever they imagine, LMC can achieve. Kids of all ages have fun making their own videos in our professional TV studio. LMC TV is the perfect spot for your creative kid to celebrate with friends and make a memory that will last forever in video. Party themes can range depending on their desire. Fun news shows, music videos, stop motion, overall silliness, our cameras can capture it all. Contact us to book a party today.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, yeah! You aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back, everybody. So you guys mentioned you have more weekend programs, amazing programs, that you guys would like to talk about. If you guys can tell the viewers at home what they are about.
Sure. We have a Saturday Explorers program, so that's for children and young adults on the autism spectrum. It's a respite program where parents can bring their children on Saturdays, and the children participate in different recreational activities such as music and art. And you know, it's a really nice program for them to socialize and make some new friends.
I'm glad you guys have such a variety of programs, and I feel like you guys have so many options for people who are participants in Cerebral Palsy Westchester. Nicholas, where do you live right now?
I live in New Rochelle, New York.
And what is one of your favorite programs with Cerebral Palsy of Westchester?
I like living in a group home, and I do lots of stuff, activities and going out, and stuff like that.
And what would you say your favorite activity is?
Watching sports.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys have some amazing events coming up. Tia, can you explain a little bit about the event coming up?
Well, this coming Tuesday, we have our 12th annual wheelchair basketball tournament. It's at Westchester County Center. They have provided the venue for this event for the past, since the past 12
inception,
years.
yes.
And there's 3 wheelchair basketball teams that are participating this Tuesday. One from the Westchester School for Special Children, the Wildcats, and our own CPW Barrier Breakers basketball team, and then another team from Long Island. And so they'll be facing off on the court at, I believe it starts at 6:30 on Tuesday. It's free to the public, so anyone can come. It's actually a really interesting and cool event to attend.
And what year, how long have you guys been doing this event?
For 12 years.
That's amazing. That sounds super exciting, and I hope a lot of people come out to support. And can you guys tell the best way for people to get involved with Cerebral Palsy of Westchester?
Sure. Well, there's many different ways. One being employment. We are always looking for new staff members to join our agency, and they could always visit our website and see what we have available. We also work with a lot of the different colleges for interns and internships for college credit, and also for volunteers. We are always looking for helping hands in our program or in one of the administrative offices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we actually have a viewer question for Nicholas. So Nicholas, what is one thing you want people to know about cerebral palsy?
That they're just very helpful. They're very helpful and understanding, and they'll do anything within their power to,
Okay. Is there anything else you want everyone to know? Besides how amazing you are as a person?
No, not really.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
I would like to add just that there's a lot of community groups that have been supporting us and been involved with the organization over the years. The Mid-Westchester Elks Lodge 535, I believe, as well as the fraternity at Iona College, Pi Kappa Phi, as well as Byram Hills Technology Club. The high school kids come to our school program every week. So we are always looking for ways to integrate with community organizations. There's plenty of opportunities. So if there's a community organization out there or a school that would like to participate, give us a call.
Okay.
We also look for different sponsorships or donations coming up for either our events or any of our programs. Actually, in our Bridge School program, we have a prom coming up to celebrate our graduates. And we actually invite families and all of our school program to participate. That's coming up on May 29th. We're actually working with a lot of community restaurants for donations of the food for the prom.
That's awesome. And we talked about the event a little bit before this, and it sounds amazing. And, you know, I would definitely love to come out and attend, and I hope everyone, you know, comes out, especially, you know, this weekend or next Tuesday for the tournament as well. So thank you guys so much for being here, Stephanie, T, and Nicholas. It was a pleasure. Thank you guys for watching at home. Stay tuned for more of The Local Live.
The move comes 4 days after her blackface comment that provoked a firestorm.
In an era of media consolidation and globalization, the PEG channels root our media in local communities, in local voices, and that is absolutely indispensable.
A lot of people are able to get job training, information, just from using public access.
This is about the arts. This is about accessibility. This is about transparency.
Great youth media programs giving people second chances in being able to learn new skills.
PEG stations give viewers critical information about their communities and offer an important platform for local residents. PEG channels connect us to our communities, and they enrich our lives every single day of the year. The FCC should work for communities, not powerful cable companies. This battle is a lot like the fight for net neutrality. Net neutrality is really about every voice, no matter how small, being heard. The same is true here with the PEG channels.
The main threat facing media centers nationwide is that the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, is going to redefine how we receive our funding.
It will impact the people who we're trying to serve. They're actually paying for us in their cable bill. And now all of a sudden the cable operator is taking their money, then deducting it from us.
They cannot be in a position where they basically force the shuttering of PEG channels all across our country.
We need Congress to tell the FCC that they're out of bounds.
It's pretty clear to me that the FCC is an agency that does the public's will begrudgingly, and it fits and starts.
We're talking about supporting causes, charities, education, youth, seniors, democracy.
This is not a left issue, this is not a right issue, this is an everybody issue.
If you care about protecting local community access television, raise your voices.
Svetlana Bridal Couture has made a mark nationwide, tucked away in Larchmont for over 4 years. In the spotlight, owner Natalia Martinez tells us why her boutique is unique.
What makes Svetlana Bridal Couture is different is, first of all, we have, as you can see, over 60 dresses in stock, and each dress could be customized according to a personal taste of every bride. For example, if you like the top from one dress or bottom from the other one, the styles could be interchanged. Another thing that makes us unique and brings a competitive advantage to us is that we don't really charge for alterations, because every dress is custom made to individual measurements of the bride. brides coming from all over the country. Not only the word of mouth spreads so fast, thanks not only to our brides, but also to social media, that we are getting brides from all over this, not only from Connecticut, New Jersey, from the city. We have brides coming from Virginia, from South Carolina, North Carolina, basically all over the world. Larchmont is a great community, and I was thrilled to have my store here because everybody is so nice and helpful. Right when we opened the store and we were in the process of painting and cleaning the windows, local people were just stopping by and offering help, which was just amazing. I loved it. We're so thankful to our brides and how highly they grade us, that we have been winning, thanks to them, all those multiple awards from the Knot, from Wedding Wire, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and now we're even in the Hall of Fame. So that just, makes it for me. It makes me so happy that brides love our dresses. That's the highest grade we can get.
Here's what's happening around town. Looking for a spring-summer job? Playland Job Fair is this Saturday, April 13, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Westchester County Center. The first 300 applicants will get an on-spot interview for jobs as ride operators, lifeguards, and cashiers. Employment runs from April till September. Enjoy an eventful spring break with the Mamaroneck Historical Mural Project from April 13 to the 18th. You can meet the artist, spray paint, and enjoy the film program at the Mamaroneck Library. To close up the event on Saturday, April 20th, there will be an inaugural art walk at 1 p.m. at Columbus Park. For all the information, including ways to contribute, please visit www.mamaroneckhistoricalsociety.org/mural project. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood, and you can help by donating at the American Legion Post 347 blood drive on Monday, April 15 from 2 to 7 p.m. at Flynn Park, 1 Locust Avenue in Larchmont. Just remember that a donation can save up to 3 lives. Start getting in shape for the summer by participating in the 5K run and the Little Bunny Hop on Sunday, April 28th. For information and registration forms, visit www.townofmamaroneckny.org.
LMC Cast.
The whole system is fine. All right, cool. I definitely would recommend doing podcasts if you are someone that likes to get something off the chest, or you want to just talk about anything in the world that just might interest you. Podcast here at LMC TV is amazing.
I hope you're listening out there.
LMC TV would like to thank local artist Jamie Lynn at Made, an art studio in Mamaroneck, for creating a beautiful community mural. Place your piece in this mural by contributing to LMC TV, the community connection that brings you local board meetings, varsity sports, and your local news. Please contribute to this community mural by going to our website and clicking on Donate. Each contributor will be listed next to the mural when it is complete. We value your appreciation of what we do. Become a single donor or as a group, go to lmctv.org. The only piece missing is you.
This past weekend, the Kick In to Stop Sarcoidosis organization in Westchester hosted their annual Walk and Roll charity event. Let's take a look to see what the fundraiser was all about.
200,000 people are living with sarcoidosis in the country. The Kick In to Stop Sarcoidosis organization is fighting back with their annual Walk and Roll charity event.
What sarcoidosis is it's a rare inflammatory disease. And what happens is your body kind of builds up clusters of inflammatory cells, and they can affect any organ in the body. are walk-in and roll-in. So it's like a walkathon, except we understand some people, sarcoidosis affects our mobility, partly because of the breathing, partly because of the inflammatory joints and muscles and all that. We're also raising funds for research, hoping for better understanding about the disease, better treatments, and hoping that someday we'll find a cure.
Having sarcoidosis actually changed my life. It forced me to stop working. Having sarcoidosis is a challenge for all of us, and I'm so glad that you guys are actually bringing awareness. You know, we're trying to get awareness out. I did a little bit of walking. I have sarcoidosis in my lungs, so I'm on oxygen when I overexert myself. So I did a little bit walking because I feel good today, so I think I did great.
I'm 12 and I'm the youngest person here with sarcoidosis.
And what do you want people to know about the disease?
Even if it doesn't look like the person is fine, that they're really not and that they're in pain and stuff, even if you can't see it, it's like happening.
Why do you think this is such a great event today?
Because it's helping spread awareness for people with sarcoidosis, like show people that they're not alone with it.
If you'd like to get involved, you can visit their website at stopsarcoidosis.org. I'm Stephanie Yang reporting for The Local Live.
This week in sports, the Rhinebeck baseball team hosted Dobbs Ferry on a rainy afternoon. Center fielder Colin Kelly did his part early on to keep the game scoreless in the LMC Varsity Sports Play of the Week.
And that's a shot to the outfield. Kelly with a diving catch, despite being just moved in the opposite, a little more over towards left by Coach Carlucci, who's able to come over and make the diving catch on the line out. So it's an LO8 to start the inning.
Join in the fight against pancreatic cancer. Get inspired by patients, survivors, and loved ones who are on the same journey. Together, we will raise awareness and funds and honor everyone impacted by this terrible disease. Research remains our best strategy. There has never been a more exciting time in pancreatic cancer research. There are new treatment options on the horizon, and an early detection test is in development. But with just a 9% survival rate, we need to do more. Unfortunately, pancreatic cancer is on the rise. More than 56,000 Americans are projected to be diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2019, which is an increase in diagnoses from last year. Pancreatic cancer is the third leading cause of cancer death in the United States, surpassing breast cancer, and is expected to be the second leading cause of cancer death in the United States by next year. Let's change these numbers and bring hope to pancreatic cancer research. In memory of my wonderful mom and also all the others affected by this horrible disease, please join me and the Lustgarten Foundation at the 10th Annual Westchester Pancreatic Cancer Research Walk at Rye Playland on Sunday, April 28th. 100% of every dollar raised goes directly to pancreatic cancer research. Register today at lustgartenwalkwestchester.org. That's LUSTGARTEN walkwestchester.org.
Do you have a news tip? Seen anything interesting around town? Is there breaking news in your community? Send your videos, comments, pictures, and tips to The Local Live, your news source of Larchmont and Mamaroneck.
Remember, if you missed Thursday's live broadcast, you can catch replays of The Local Live twice a day on this channel and find story clips on our YouTube channel. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to stay up to date on things you may have missed. LMC TV has launched a community survey. Please take a few minutes to tell us what you want from your media center. You are the community. This is about you. Thank you for watching The Local Live. I'm Sebastian Hall. Have a good night and see you next week.
The following program is brought to you by The Bot Shop, the art of creativity. If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, Contact us for more information